guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be tackling a few more planters for fall. I would like to try to get the ones right in front of the Hartley and the 2 urns right directly behind the Hartley done, and possibly the back stairs by our shade porch, and then I don't know what else. But we are standing right now in the very back of the Dirtlands. The very back. You can see the high tunnel over there and the house is there in the trees. But the reason why we are back here is because we have the most gorgeous wild roses back here. I don't know what variety they are. I know they were planted many, many years ago by the grandpa of the people who own the house right next to us, who we bought this property from. So it's kind of a special thing. There are some grapevines as well back here and a couple of fruit trees. There's an apricot and a pear that are kind of worked into this back border. Aren't these absolutely stunning though? I thought we could possibly cut some of the branches, and even though the leaves are still green, we can just let them dry right there on the branches, and that'll kind of even lend to the fall appearance of the whole thing. But these are just to die for rose hips, and there's so many of them. If you look through this area, I mean, they go all the way up there. We're not going to go that high to get them. But you can see, just as like a little update back here, that we've had the whole area sort of leveled out. Remember last year we had our pile kind of like right out here, and then we had palletized items back here. All of those have been cleaned up, and this has been leveled, and yeah, it's just so much more usable back here. And we're not going to really mess with this. This is just kind of like native, natural. There's an irrigation ditch that runs right behind this area, and I kind of love it. There's some willow in here and some other things. There's elm and all sorts of stuff. Oh good, I was hoping I had my gloves. I was pretty sure these had a whole bunch of thorns. I also picked up another load of pumpkins down at the garden center earlier on today. So we'll have some rosehip branches. We've got the pumpkins. I'm hoping for the 2 sets of containers that we're doing today to do them very low maintenance. In fact, the ones in front of the Hartley, I don't even want to have any plants in, nothing that we have to water, because we've been hand watering those containers all summer. Done with that, at least for a little while. So what I'm hoping we can do is come in here and look at this. Let me follow this back to kind of the helm here. Oh, yes. This is exactly what I'm hoping for. Some nice big long branches. I don't think we're going to even need that many of them to twirl around the base of our urns. Okay, so let's just tackle this, get a few more branches real quick. Oh, look at that one. Okay, I think that's all we're going to need for our project today, which is kind of amazing. They're not huge containers though, so I think I've got 2 or 3 branches per, 3 branches per container to work with. Look at this beautiful load, oh my word. So we've got 3 pumpkins up here, jack-o'-lantern style, and a whole bunch of that style back here. I thought that those might look nice flanking the steps going up to the back shade porch, possibly. We've got a few that might work great for stacking, and then we've got an assortment of smaller ones up there, really cute. They look beautiful with the rose hips. First thing I have to mention is the state of these Norway spruce trees. The 2 on this end, this is the east side of the Hartley. Something was going on with the water and we did not catch it in time during the heat, so they are clearly suffering. I'm hoping if we pop them out and plant them out in the Dirtlands that they recover, which means we will have to pop out the other 2 as well, which was the plan all along, but I was hoping that we would have one more winter with them in these pots, because I enjoyed this structure so much in here with Christmas lights last year. I thought, oh, one more season, if we can use them for a summer and then a fall and another winter, oh, that'd be awesome. I don't worry for these. We'll just find them a spot and they'll probably just take right off. The other two, we'll have to see what happens with those, but we're gonna have to figure out something else for the 4 pots at the corners. And these are the 2 urns that I would like to end up with nothing that needs water. We have lantana in them now, which, I mean, it's a little hard to pull them, but you know, lantana is not frost tolerant, and it goes from looking like this to looking like black, like it dies down with one whiff of frost. So we're just gonna go ahead and take these out today. I've been a little underwhelmed with them in this spot. It's not the plant's fault, it's kind of my fault. It just doesn't contrast the building enough. There's a lot of white here, a lot of white in the lantana. This is the pina colada variety. So it's mostly white with kind of that bright yellow throat. Anyway, I'm gonna leave all of the soil in. We're just gonna kind of pop these off at the top here. I know this is probably painful to watch. Perfect. Just like that. I chose lantana to begin with because I knew it was going to be tremendously hot up here. I mean, more so than a container just out in the garden that's not up against a building that's, you know, got reflective heat also around the gravel. This is the south side of the building, and we had over a month of 100+ degree temperatures. It was a lot. And these we had to hand water, so I know Bethany's going to be like, yes. Because we had to bring a bucket to these every single day to keep him happy. So while we may have gotten maybe a week or 2 more out of these plants, it's not long enough to put off, you know, switching things over to where they're fresh, and it's also eliminating a little bit of work for us. I'm gonna clear the other one out quick. I've also tried to overwinter lantana in the greenhouse, and I've never had good luck with it. And then these are the other 2 containers. Oh my goodness, look at the wire vine. It's pretty spectacular how these have filled in. Now I planted 3 of the these are the bullseye salmon geraniums. I think they got a little bit too much water in here. You can kind of see that stress on their leaves. Their leaves should look like this right here. So we're gonna pop these out gently and repot them, keep them in the greenhouse. We're gonna leave the wire vine, and then I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the pot with pumpkins. I think it'll be a fun look. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a close-up on this one. I've got a rosehip branch that kind of forks here, and it's a really nice thick one. And I want to clean off a little bit of the bottom of it. This is the part we're gonna stick down in the soil. I'm even gonna take a few of these thorns off so I can grip it better. Okay, now I'm going to take my branch and I'm going to stick it in the soil as deep as I can. I might need to trim a little bit off the bottom. A little bit too tall. Okay. And then I'm going to curve it around the base of the pot, and I'm going to tack it down with landscape staples. And we might have to cut these branches up a little bit more. This one's a little rigid, this one in particular. It's looking great so far. Also, when you put your pumpkins in, you can kind of tuck the branches underneath the weight of the pumpkin as well. Okay, second one going in. I'm gonna go in at a different location so that I can make sure that they don't all start in the same spot, because they're a little bit thinner toward the beginning. So this one I'm gonna start on this side instead. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Oh, that's so pretty. And the last one. Don't they already look stunning? I love those rose hips. 3 branches, that's it in this container so far. 3 branches, soil is our frog, and a few landscape staples just to tack them in. Now what I'm thinking, I don't know how it's gonna nest in there, but I'm thinking of putting this one in and then one on top of it. Pretty simple, but I think it's gonna look pretty. I just don't know if I made the ring wide enough, so we'll just have to shift things around a little bit, possibly. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's like the perfect little nest. I might clean this pumpkin a little bit. I don't normally clean my pumpkins, but I might clean this one. No, I don't know that that's really doing much. Second pumpkin. Oh, ho, ho, I love it. Look at that. How simple is that? I love it. I love the stack of 2. I think the color is beautiful. You know, having the perfect color of orange in the rose hip. It mirrors the pumpkin beautifully. I was noticing though, this is kind of due to the pumpkin shape and due to the fact that the rose branches are just a little more fluffy on the front. I might tuck one more branch in toward the back just to bring a little bit more weight that way. I don't think there's much I can do. And, well, I could maybe, is the pot itself not level? I think it's level. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It's awesome, I love it. And it took less than 5 minutes, which is the best. So let's do the second container. Russell, these have thorns. Play with them at your own risk. I absolutely love these containers. I love how easy they were to put together. I love that we don't even need to mess with them for the rest of the season. Oh, so this is the first one we put together. Here's the second one. Now I tried to find another pumpkin that matched this one in size and, you know, color, but this is the closest I could find. So it's a little bit taller, but that's okay. We still have the same sort of look, and it's nature, and nature is not perfect. So I think it worked out great. And Russell, thank you for coming in at the perfect time. You just kind of make every fall display look perfect. You know that? You and your orange self. Okay, let's go work on the urns behind the Hartley. And here's a look at these. I think they turned out really sweet. Again, a very easy arrangement because we just left the wire vine in there. Now the wire vine is so rooted, and it was rooted throughout the whole thing, that I ended up just pulling the geraniums. They actually came out with a good amount of roots, even though I kind of yanked on them. So we can either reroot those, or we can dig a bunch of these back here, which are healthier, pot those up and winter those over in the greenhouse. I don't have room for all of them, so I may as well go for the healthier ones in the ground. That way we don't sacrifice the health of the wire vine, because that is pretty spectacular looking. Went in with a large pumpkin centerpiece, can't get any easier than that, and then just did a little ring around the edge with white, and I don't know what the variety name is on these, but they're really, really fun. They bring a little color variation, kind of like a candy corn a little bit. And then here's this one. We had a little bit more of an open side on this. This pumpkin wasn't quite as big, and the wire vine was a little bit skinnier right here, so you could see the little pumpkins a little bit more. And then I had the two kind of taller, thin pumpkins I decided to put on the ground. It looks so festive. Now, maybe you guys could weigh in. I don't want to put corn stalks on the front of the Hartley because of the cold frames, but we could tuck some corn stalks in. on either side. Corn stalks are out for just such a short amount of time that we would enjoy them. It would look very festive, and then, you know, they go away. But this is a fun look too, and it's very tidy. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. I have to run inside really quick before we do the last little display of pumpkins. I have potato roll dough in the fridge, and I need to form them into rolls so they have another chance to rise before I need to bake them for dinner. And then I think I'll get the kids in on this part. Oh, look at those fun pumpkins in there. I love it. Okay, the rolls are rising and the kids are with me, so we can get after these back stairs right here.
I got the makeup right here.
Oh my goodness, can I see them?
Yeah.
So what kind of makeup is this?
Brown.
Brown, okay, perfect.
Brown.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the B.
Where do you use that brush?
In here.
In here, and where do you put the stuff? Where do you put the makeup?
On my fire station.
On your fire station? Is that what you said?
Yeah, in my house.
On your house, all right. All right, Benjamin, you ready for this?
Yes, we're ready.
Perfect.
We're ready.
So kids, what I'm thinking is there's 6 kind of larger orange pumpkins. And I thought we would put one here, here, and here, so the bottom 3 steps, and then on that side as well. And then the rest of them we can just put wherever on these stairs, okay? But we want to make sure to keep an open walking path to the door, and we probably should not put any on the top, okay? Because it's not very big and the door needs to swing open. So just the bottom 3 stairs. That's the rule.
Not right there, and then the door swings open, and then we walk down here.
Right.
And then we walk down here.
Exactly.
That'll be a quick video for you to watch.
Oh, it turned out so cute. This is the perfect amount of pumpkins, don't you think?
Yeah,
It is. That looks perfect. But see, when you walk up here, it'll be perfect because you can still, what you have to do to open this door is stand right here. That's why I didn't want any pumpkins right here. You have to use this whole top stair really. So, oh my goodness. We got all that rain just made everything so dirty.
I'll show you some pumpkins. I think, did you take a video of that?
Yes.
This is the pumpkins that we did. There. And there's some other stuff. Behind the Hartley is this. Oh, I didn't realize those pumpkins. You could see some of the cactus in there. They were supposed to have blooms. One of them did. I don't remember if it was this one or one of the others.
It's red, huh?
And I'll show you the oldest cactus that we ever had. Here, let me go on the Hartley. This is the oldest cactus that we have right now. These are almost old. I think this is like 2 years, 3 years old. There's a bunny one. You might think it's soft, but it's actually just 1,000 thorns. Okay, well, that's the end for me.
Oh, I'm just so happy with this back entrance. It looks so sweet, and we don't use this door very often, but we sure use this walkway every single day from both this way and this way, Douglas, to get to our back kitchen door, which is the door that we use to go in and out of the house. So we'll get to see this sweet little display every single day, multiple times a day until the end of the fall season. Here's a look from this approach right here. So sweet. And you guys, that is going to do it for our projects today. It was just such a pleasant afternoon. I didn't start until a little bit later today because I had some other things I had to get done this morning. So I'm thrilled to have the 4 planters done around the Hartley and this right here. The last doorway I think I want to put some fall stuff around is the, you know, Persephone Versailles garden sort of area where the balcony is. I've got some lit trees and some fun stuff to put out there, so we'll probably go back and get a few more pumpkins for that. But it's just been so pleasant just to do a little bit at a time. I love it. And it doesn't hurt to have this overcast sort of on and off rainy weather. It makes it feel like fall. It makes it pleasant to be out here. And that makes me want to get out and go do some planting, which might be what we do tomorrow. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. They turned out so great. Smell so good.